What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Trout Wrangler Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Garrity. It is currently Tuesday, August 12th, and it is 8:30 p.m. You might be wondering why I'm recording so late. I was kind of on the fence about recording this one, but we got here. We're still doing it. It's episode 37. Not sure still what what episode overall I'm on. What's 25 plus 37? Um, Let me call my girlfriend. She'll know. Let's see. As y'all know, I'm not good at math at all. Um, at all. Actually, not at all. Let's see. Hey, what's 25 plus 37?
I don't know. I got to use a calculator.
Okay.
62.
62. All right, so we're on episode 62. Thank you for your input, Maddie. All right. Yeah, so we're on episode 62. um that that's a lot of episodes. We're coming in on 100 pretty quick, which I like to do that. 100 is going to be a big one. I mean, doesn't feel like we've almost recorded 100 podcasts. I think we do roughly 10 episodes a month, so we're coming right up on 100 episodes. But like I said, we got a solo episode this evening. But before we get into it, I'm gonna tell you about Riversmith Outfitters. Riversmith Outfitters came on this year with the podcast. It was pretty cool. They have some awesome products. Very thankful for those guys for helping me out. But they have some awesome products. I'm kind of glad I have like solo episode today, so I can really kind of like do this stuff, talk about the products for a long time. Usually I don't get to do that, but they have some fantastic products. The river quivers are unbelievable. Keep your rods protected. Keep your rods easily accessible. Just a great way to transport them. If you're like me, you absolutely despise breaking down your rods at the end of a fishing day, and the the river quiver is perfect for somebody like that. Perfect. I cannot stand breaking down my rod. Just like, when I want to pull up to the river, I just want to be able to grab it out of there, put it against the truck, and get to fishing. But they don't only have river quivers; they also have the convoy series. A lot of bags. They got the haulers, dude, but the duffel bags. Um, all those are extremely, extremely protective. They're all you can carry them on to planes. I've seen a lot of people going down to like Mexico and stuff like that, and they all have the convoy series like duffel bags for their rods and stuff like that. And they what's up, dude? How you doing, pal? Welcome, Mr. Rick, to the podcast, the vibe curator. But I've seen a lot of people with the with all the Convoy series stuff, and they have nothing but great things to say about them. So, if you want to save 10% on all of those great things from riversmith.com, use code Wrangler10 at checkout to save 10% on all of your Riversmith goodies out there: hats, shirts, river quivers, Convoy series bags, anything like that. So just go check it out. Riversmith.com, code Wrangler10. So let's get into it. I think I've said it twice now. We have a solo episode today. As much as it sucks, I like having guests on. I like talking to people. I like like hearing from other people in the industry. I kind of like having these episodes at the time we do, so that oh, there goes Maverick. So that we can let everybody know, where we're at, where we're going, some cool things coming up, and what we've been doing for the summer. You know, it's been a crazy summer. As this thing's kind of starting to grow. It's been fun. It's been really fun to watch it grow. And dude, all the people that have helped me out, I greatly appreciate every single one of you. Anyone that's sent me a recommendation for a guest, anyone that's written a review, anyone that's just given it 5 stars. Dude, thank you so much. I mean, I didn't believe that I'd still be making episodes at this point. I mean, yeah, I've tried to start podcasts before with like my buddies from my fishing teams and stuff like that. And it's been like a 2 episodes in fold kind of thing. And this one, I mean, obviously we've kind of kept it going strong. We've had everybody, really, we've had some really cool guests. And we're kind of trying to keep those cool guests coming. Some of them I had no business like having on the show. I was surprised that I had even landed the guests. So it's been very like refreshing and eye opening to me to be like, you know what, like I can do this. Um, but we have like a lot of support along the way. One being my girlfriend, my family, um, all the people that listen, my friends, uh, Sean, Javi, um, everybody that's sent like Rolodexes of guests, dude. That you don't even know how much that stuff helps. All the guests that have come on, dude. Like sincerely, thank you. It would not be it would not be possible without the guests, and without friends and support. So thank you. This is nothing but water, but cheers to y'all. Um, but it's been good, Matt. If you want to go out there, you want to go watch that Hurricane Katrina documentary so bad, I'm gonna let the pup out quick. Here, you need to you need to go out there. You want to go watch? Sick, nice. There you go, pal. That's knocked over my whole mic setup. You know what? We're keeping that in there. We're keeping that in there. It's feeling like a vintage episode right now. Mike's nope. Yeah, feeling like a vintage episode, definitely. Mike's falling out, headphone jacks becoming unconnected. Whole nine, whole nine. It's kind of a clusterfuck right now, but guess what? We're getting back. Um, there we go. Maybe, maybe not. Nope. Got to balance that. I got a bag. I got like a box of wood duck feathers on top of a toadfish, on top of a toadfish koozie, and like a hard koozie, and it's like playing Jenga over here. But let's get into it. Um, where we've been, um, we've been recording this 2 times a week. And it's been nothing short of amazing, honestly. Been one of those things like unbelievable. Some of the people we've had on, like Monty Berg being one of them. Never in my life did I think me, um, myself, and I would be speaking to a New York Times best-selling author. Um, if you met me in the 7th grade, even younger than that, high school, you'd be like, damn, that boy doesn't. He has more business being on the moon than talking to a New York Times best-selling author. So that was pretty crazy. Um, you probably had a lot of my teachers that would be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you're never going to end up talking to a New York Times bestselling author. There were a few that were probably like, you know what? He might have been something, but there are some of them, especially like my English teachers, my reading teachers, probably like, yeah, dude, no way, no shot and shit. You're gonna end up talking to a New York Times bestselling author. And then look at us now. We did. Um, Now I still think I probably had no business talking to a New York Times bestselling author, but you know what? We did. And we're gonna keep going with this, man. I mean, why should I stop now at this point? Like, why? 62 episodes deep. I mean, we might as well keep going. Um, and I fully intend to. Fully intend to. So you know, we kind of jumped into this like feet first, and um, no floaties, feet first into the deep end, and you know, so far, I don't regret it one bit. Um, and you know, that was like a big worry of mine when I first started. This was like, am I gonna regret doing this? Like, am I gonna regret all the time, like after work? Am I gonna regret also like building a podcast off a little fly time side gig? And you know, I don't. Um, I never will regret that. Uh, Now is my time kind of like strapped up a little bit? Yeah, but I really wouldn't have it any other way. You know, it keeps me busy. Um, and it's like when I'm not doing this, I want to be doing this. Like I want to be writing outlines. I want to be, uh, I want to be like time flies. I want to be like designing like stickers and stuff like that, and talking to people about talking to guests, like potential guests, scheduling stuff. I just want to be working on it. So, you know, it was one of those things. Like I started it as like not like a complete joke, but it's kind of one of those things. Like I was like, you know what, I'm gonna dip my toe in, and you know, kind of like give it a, you know, the old college try, and and end up. Man, I didn't expect it to be here. Bottom line, went on an ADD tangent there for a second, but we're real back in now. Let's talk about a few things. Um, we got a lot of really good events coming on in the Carolinas here. All within the month of August, all kicking off in the month of August. Um, and some of this stuff is really cool. You have some opportunities to win some things. Got some opportunities to fish. Um, got an opportunity to fish a tournament, which, you know, not a lot of people can say. There's like a very select group of people that can be like, oh yeah, I fished a tournament before. Um, and then there are people that are like addicted to fishing tournaments, like people are addicted to going to the casino, which that's essentially what it is. Is, you know what, you got to bet on yourself, but a lot of people can look at tournaments like a casino, especially bass tournaments. That's more the side of the things than um that are more casino like, where you're paying $100 to go and fish against like 50 to 100 people. And if you didn't pre-fish, you know, you might as well be pissing in the wind. But with this stuff coming up, you know, I think it's everybody's game, anybody's game, everybody's game. I mean, it is, but I think it's anybody's game. The uh, the format super cool. Some of the companies that are involved in it super cool. People heading it up super cool. Um, but just a bunch of really cool stuff coming down the pipeline from all these people in the Carolinas. But where we've been, I kind of felt bad. A lot of people came here from my TikTok, and I haven't really been posting on TikTok much because, like I should have been doing more of that. I just started like posting back on TikTok before. But, it's kind of hard juggling all of these. Like, oh yeah, you got to post on Facebook, you got to post on TikTok, Instagram, like Snapface, is Bill Belichick would call it, MySpace. You know what? Heck, maybe even post on LinkedIn. Make sure it's professional though. But heck, dude, you got to post on like 8 zillion different places to really like get like cast your net way out there. Um, so that's time consuming, but it's still something that like it's achievable, and I kind of let that TikTok side of things like slip for a little bit, but I had some had a lot more stuff like kind of spearheading on Instagram than I did any of the other ones. I didn't even have like a Facebook page until I want to say like 2-3 weeks ago. So that like I should have had that done. Um, Still in the process of building a website. Hopefully I have that up here in like the next few weeks because I just need one more piece to it, and I think we'll be pretty set to go ahead and do it. So just need to like get my LLC stuff handled and do like the whole tax ID stuff. So that's coming down the pipeline too. Um, a website. We got some more stickers. We kind of rebranded. I actually have to update my little background here with the rebranded logos. Um, shout out to my boy Jaden for doing that though too. If you ever need logo stuff, Florida Man Made. Shout out Jaden, man. Did a freaking fantastic job on that logo. Just a absolute beast. So check him out. A little plug right there. But yeah, he did a fantastic job. So we went through that little rebranding. Um, we went to the what was it? The Boulder Rock Fishing Festival. Um, that was pretty cool. Dude, I'll recap that real quick. I kind of recapped it very, very like quickly on the episode after that. Really cool idea. Um, Honestly, the whole the whole thing was really cool to begin with. I mean, the only thing is it was hot as all get out. Um, the day of the festival. I mean, I like it was insane. I had my girlfriend with me, and we drove up that morning and set up. Forgot every single sticker I have here in Charlotte, and I was like, well, there's the first L for the day. But just super hot. Not many people. Uh, Not many people, were hanging out outside at the brewery. You had a lot of people hanging out inside. Um, which like anybody else, dude, I go inside during the whole event, and it was one of those things where I was like, damn, dude, this AC feels pretty good. And then you walk outside, and the temperature just hits you like a wave, and you're like, oof. So, it was an 11 to 5 festival, and it started to slow down at like 4:30, and I think we left at 4:30 to hit the road a little early because we had a 2.5 hour drive home, which is pretty crazy. I was like, all right, yeah, let's just hit the road early. We ended up going to downtown Hendersonville, and my girlfriend had never been to the Mass General store, and took her there, got some lunch at the dugout in Hendersonville, and you know, went home and think went to bed. I was pretty tired, dude. That heat takes it out of you here in North Carolina, dude. Even when it's like 98 degrees in the high country, it's insane. But a lot of cool people at that event. Shout out to Dave, Hendersonville Outfitters. He was 2 down from us. The guys at Davidson River Outfitters, they were the 10 down from us. We had some good company, good conversation, good hanging out, and that was pretty fun, just shooting the shit with those guys and hanging out with them. So that was fun. A few weeks before that, I went and fished the Saluda River. I'll outline that real quick. I probably should have said that before I was talking about the Bull Rock Fly Fishing Festival, but that's sometimes it's like that. But Saluda River, if you've never been there, absolutely unreal fishery they got out there. Just unreal. So I went with my buddy Pat from Highway 22 Outdoors, and we got up there. I think I met him at 7. Got in the river around 7:15, and right off the bat, I took my 8 weight, grabbed a Clouser minnow, double hauled, landed a cast up on the bank, boom, caught a schoolie. I was like, oh damn, it's on. I was like, this is gonna be a good day. So we go make our way upriver a little bit and hit some really good spots on the river. And I think we went until about 10:30, 11 or it was probably 9:30, 10 until we got another bite. I threw a big streamer out there and I stripped back and you saw it just like a giant shape just move towards the fly. So one eats it and I strip set and hook it, and all I saw was that fish just shaking like a leaf like that. And all of a sudden I just felt slack. I was like, damn, that was a big one. And it was a big one too. Like, even Patrick looked up at me and he goes, damn, dude. He's like, that was a big one. And I was like, well, I'm gonna have nightmares about that one later. And we kind of went back on. We ran the river and stopped at a few more spots, and we had to get off the water around 11:30 noon time, and Pat had to get back to Conway, and then I ended up actually going to meet my uncle, my mom, and dad at a brewery in West Columbia that day, which was pretty fun. Just realized my laptop just the power cable there it goes. All right, it's back. Power cable is back connected. But then went and met my parents at a brewery in West Columbia with my Uncle TJ. That was pretty cool. And while we were going to put the boat up, we were running back. I was like, oh man, I'm going to fly the drone. So, I put the drone up, fly it right off the bow of the boat. And I'm following myself. I'm following the boat with the drone. Now, I got this thing pretty damn high. And, I'm looking up, looking down at my phone, looking up, trying to see if there's anything on the screen that looks remotely familiar what's around me. Nothing. So I update my home point and I click return to home. Dude, I lost this drone so far behind us. It wasn't even funny. I think I downplayed it to my girlfriend when I got home. That thing had to travel 2 miles back to our boat. Might have been more than that too, honestly, dude. Like the track that it took to get back, dude, I'm like, this could end so bad in multiple ways. I was like, this this little drone has a mind of its own. It's not gonna recognize that there's like a power line in front of it, and this thing's gonna fly into a power line, and the entire city of Columbia is gonna be out of power for like the entire evening. No, so I'm sitting there and I'm kind of seeing it get close to the power lines. I'm like, I was like, I gotta man this thing now. So I flew it out and around the power lines. Finally, got it to land on the boat, and that was the end of our day. Um, and if you go and look back at the drone footage, you can see the pure panic and just like how I was running the drone. Like there was another group of guys fishing up in front of us that I thought our boat was or their boat was ours, and I got down like in front of their face, thinking it was our boat. Sure enough, it wasn't. So I shoot that thing back up, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, and they were so far behind us. I was like, oh my god. So then I just updated my home thing, my home point again, and just clicked return to home point, and finally it got back to me without running through power lines or anything like that. So I was like, thank God. I was like, thank you. I mean, that's the last thing I needed was my drone to go down that day. I was already gonna have nightmares about losing like a freaking giant striper. I was like, I didn't have to cap it off with with having nightmares also about leaving the entire city of Columbia without power and losing a drone. So that was a plus. Got out of there unscathed. Drone got out of there unscathed. But that's really all we've been up to is do like grinding on this, grinding on the website, grinding on Rise Charlotte, trying to kind of build that up, and haven't really been able to fish much this summer. Really, like haven't really. I was beginning of the summer. I was driving my truck that had 230,000 miles on it, 231,000 miles actually, and then that shat the sheets and had to find a vehicle option from there. And I was kind of scared to drive my truck up to the mountains some points, and because I was like, I know the minute I want to go to the mountains, my truck is going to shit the bed, and we're going to be left stranded up there. So good thing I didn't go because that was bad when it actually did go. So um all that happened, but really honestly just been grinding on this. But what's happening here in the future, what to expect from me, what to expect from the community. We got a lot of events coming up. Talk about those first, and then what the then like what my plans are. Um, dude, there's some fantastic freaking events going down. I mean, the rest of August, September, October, dude. I mean, October's looking pretty good. But the big thing coming up, my buddy, Sean, my buddy Sean at Afterwork Fish Club. He did his red spot roundup, and what's my brother sending me? Oh, the Bills. My brother was sending me a thing on Instagram. I was about to bring up the red spot roundup, man. This is gonna be a sick event. It was a sick event last year, and it's gonna be even bigger this year. I mean, he's got some awesome, awesome companies involved. I mean, he's got the idea of this tournament is unbelievable. I'll link the link in this in the in the show notes, so you guys can go and check it out. But a lot of people are asking, what's the Red Spot Roundup? So what you do is you buy a card, and it's a month long. It is the entire month of October. Your card is $35. There's 3 divisions. You got a fly division, conventional division, and then you got guides. 3 grand prizes. There's going to be 4 giveaways. So every division is going to have a grand prize. So before you get to that, the the big thing of the tournament, you have some that are 5 fish limits. You got some that are 3. You got some that are, like inches wide tournaments. This one is the number of spots on the red, which is super cool. But the big thing is your card comes like that, and it's got a little circle on it. Whoever can fit the most amount of red drum spots in that card wins the grand prize. So, you can do, like I was saying, you got a conventional division, you got a guide division, and then you got a fly division, which I think that idea off the rip is fantastic. It's not all the time that the guides get to participate in like the actual tournaments around here, because they make a living on the water, and it's I think it's BS. Because I guess they have an upper hand advantage where it's like it's the same thing on the bass fishing side. It's like they don't let pros fish the wildcat tournaments, which I always thought was horseshit as well. But yeah, so guides can actually participate in this in their own division, which I think is really unique and really cool for the guides, because they don't get to do that all the time. So shout out to Sean for that. Their big first giveaway, if you get your card in so the pre-sale goes live 8/15. So pre-sale is 8/15 to September 5th. If you get your card within that time, you're automatically entered to win a Turtle Box Ranger, which is freaking sick. So if you get your card within October 15th, or not October 15th, August 15th. Yes, it's August 15th. I don't know if I said October or August. It's August. So if you get your card between August 15th and September 5th, you're automatically entered to win a Turtle Box Ranger, which is a badass speaker. If you know anything about Turtle Box, they're popping off right now. I mean, 6 speakers. Unbelievable product they're making over there. But who doesn't want a free, or I guess it's a free Turtle Box if you spend the $35 to get a pre-sale card? So go ahead and do that, dude. Like, apparently last year there were a bunch of people that bought pre-sale cards just to be entered to win a Turtle Box. I don't blame them. You're essentially paying $35 to go and be entered to win a Turtle Box, which is like $400, $500 speaker. You're essentially getting a $400 speaker for $35. No brainer right there. Take a quick sip of water. That sounds about gone. So every card purchase is entered to win weekly giveaways too. Every week in October, so they do weekly giveaways in October. But if you have any questions, man, shoot a DM to Afterwork Fish Club. Email them at afterworkfishclub@gmail.com. they're always open to answer your questions. Follow along on the Instagram, YouTube, on everything. It's just After Work Fish Club. Damn good group of guys over there. Really cool community they're building down there in Charleston. And I'll probably be down there for a couple weekends trying to get on a red. So yeah, go and register between 8:15 and 9:05, and get in that drawing to win the turtle box. So that's pretty cool. Another big event coming up is the Rise Festival, benefiting the French Broad Riverkeeper, and that's going to be a huge event. A lot of cool vendors come into that one. One being Free Fly, Scientific Angler, Cheeky. All those guys are going to be out there. A lot of cool fly shops going to be out there. Headwaters Outfitters. Like, if you've listened to this podcast, I have nothing but great things to say about Headwaters. Like Hunter Banks is going to be out there. Nothing but great things to say about the folks over there, Hunter Banks. There's one other that's going to be there. Who is it? Davidson River Outfitters. They're a big part of it. Awesome dudes over there. But yeah, it's a big thing benefiting, Rise. Why is it called that? Because it's the French Broad River Basin and all these areas and up there around the French Broad River rising from Hurricane Helene. And it's been a long road for those guys. So, come out, check it out. It's at Wrong Way Cabins up there in Asheville. 9 midnight drive. I think I'm going to be out there Saturday and part of Sunday. It's out of work at 6 a.m. on Mondays, so I can't be there quite later than some of the other guys. But we are going to be out there setting up. We're going to do a couple podcasts. Be out there, shoot the shit with the vendors. Talk a little fly fishing, talk a little bit of fishing. It's going to be a huge event. I'm gonna try and find. I'm fine to see if there are any other vendors that I can talk about in this thing. There's going to be so many. It's going to be such a good event. Scientific Angler, Free Fly, Wrong Way River Cabins and Campground, which is really cool. Really cool. Really cool if you've never seen it. Shout out to Shannon over there. Really cool guy. So, yep, it's going to be Davidson River, Hunter Banks, Headwaters, Scientific Angler, Free Fly, Uproar, Cheeky, Turtle Box, Recover, Land to Sky, Trout Unlimited, and then the Chop Shop and Asheville Jeep Tours are the ones that have been released so far. It's going to be a ton of people there. It's going to be a great event. Live music. So go and check it out. August 22nd. It's going to be super cool. Super, super cool. So come out there and check it out. Benefit the French Broad Riverkeeper and, those communities in Western North Carolina. Trying to make a comeback from Helene, which will be awesome for all those communities. But we also, sorry, I'm looking down at my phone. I'm actually looking at some of these events. I know there's something going on at Brookings, I think, that weekend as well. So I just want to get all of them out here so that I get all my bases covered. That's August 30th. So that's the next weekend. August 30th, so you can be up in the mountains 2 weekends in a row if you want. They got the Brookings Bash featuring Jupiter Coyote, Balsam Range, Canyon Tyler, and a whole bunch of stuff. It's going to be out there at Brookings Anglers. It's going to benefit the Transylvania Habitat for Humanity with their efforts for hurricane relief. And there's going to be local vendors, food trucks, craft beer. Um, it's going to be super cool over there in Cashiers. If you haven't been to the new Brookings shop in Cashiers yet, check it out on the Fly Shop the Fly Shop the Fly Shop tour with Joe Burney and the guys over there at Fly Lords. That shop is unbelievable. We're right over there on Cashiers Green. I mean, just an awesome shop. So go and check that out. Like I said, I'll run that down. You got the Red Spot Roundup from pre-sale starts 8:15, goes until 9:05. The Rise Fishing Festival is the Wrong Way Campground. Check that out, August 22nd. It's going to be a super cool event. And then you got the Brookings Bash on August 30th, which is going to be super cool. Like super, super cool. Two great events back to back weekends. So go and check out all these events. They're going to be unbelievable. Going to really good causes, really good communities up there in the mountains. And check it out. So I'm going to take a break quick, get some more water because I ran that clean out. And I will be right back. All right, we're back with a new water bottle or some new water. Not a new water bottle, same water bottle. But so those are some of the events. A lot of people are probably thinking like, where are you going with this? Like, what do you have planned for the future here? I got a lot planned. Just not sure of the exact time. What am I trying to say here? The chronological order that I'm going to do this, or you know, just one of those things. I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants, like I do with everything in my fucking life. But I do have some plans. Kind of wanna keep like do a little bit more like video stuff. Not really like doing like reviews or anything like that. Just fishing. Um, Going up to like the Nantahala for a weekend and like with a couple of my buddies and just drink beer and fish and kind of like document that shit. Because not many people are doing that. Like kind of like an authentic fly fishing video where it's like you fish all day and then what do you do at night? Get after it. So gonna be doing some stuff like that. A little bit of camping, a little bit of video stuff. So got some plans. Gonna be doing some shows. Keep doing these. I want to try and get into like doing live shows and stuff like that. Live shows would be pretty cool. Like in person interviews and stuff like that. But that should be fun. Gonna try and we got what do we have coming up soon? Forgot to mention this. This is a big thing, so everybody listen up. We got college football season coming up, and we got a we got a little pick'em pool going. I'll post a link to it in the show notes, but we got us a little college football pick'em pool. I think we got like 4 or 5 guys in there now. We got it's Rise Flies Charlotte, Rise Flies RYSFLIES CLT/Trout Wrangler Podcast Pick'em Pool on the ESPN app. The group password is Wrangler25. So get in on that, dude. Like the end of the year, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be doing like little prizes and stuff like that. With we're gonna get some of the companies, we're the companies we support and support us involved with it, and have a great college football season, man. We like to do the Rise Flies picks and predictions every week, so that's gonna be coming back. It's just a good time of the year. The fish are biting, um, deer starting to run. We're gonna start recording on Thursday nights because I want to take some time to do some deer hunting on Friday after work, because we get off early on Fridays. But good times are coming up. Weather's gonna start getting cooler. Trout are gonna start bite. The freaking leaves are gonna start changing here in Western North Carolina, which is a beautiful time of year. But that's what it's all about in the fall, man. Like if you've never been in the Blue Ridge, Appalachian, or Smoky Mountains during the fall and seen the like leaves change, it is unbelievable. So it's so beautiful. And we kind of missed out on that last year because of the hurricane. But this year it's coming back and it's gonna be freaking awesome. So make sure you get up there for a couple weekends and check out the foliage. But that's really all we got for today. Kind of feel bad. Feel like I talk in circles when I do this, which I know I do. That's just a brutal truth of me and my ADHD. Feel like I talked in circles for 45 fucking minutes, but that's where we're at right now, and some stuff coming in the future. Another thing we got coming is some merch and stuff. Just an exciting time. Just gonna keep grinding it out on this and taking it month by month. But once again, dude, thank you for everybody that's helped me out with this. Thank you for everybody that's reviewed this podcast, that's bought flies, that's sent me stuff, that's even sent emails. Even the people that are like, "Yo, your podcast fucking sucks." Thank you. I know this podcast sucks, but you know what? It's pretty cool to my friends and the people that give a damn about this shit. This podcast wasn't meant to be perfect. Nothing's really meant to be perfect, but you know what? It's authentic, and that's all that fucking matters. But thank you guys. That's all I got for you today. If you'd like, I almost forgot. If you would like to buy anything from riversmith.com, code Wrangler10, that would be great. Anything in that Convoy series, the River Quivers, all that stuff. Go and check it out. But until next time, we got one coming up Friday, Fish Blackwater. Got to touch base with him. Got him coming on Friday. He's a guide out of Myrtle Beach, Myrtle's Inlet. So until then, like and subscribe. Hope this wasn't too painful. And also go and check that. Go and check out that After Work Fish Club, our Red Spot Roundup, man. That's gonna be something super cool. And it's gonna be just an awesome time. So until next time, like, subscribe, whatever y'all want to do. If you hate this, let me know. If you like this, let me know. Not all of my episodes are like this. We have one of these like every blue moon, so I like having them. But thank y'all for listening. That is kind of like the state of Rise Fly Charlotte Trout Wrangler podcast right now. So thank y'all. Until next time.